So if you've ever seen Animal House and can remember Otter,
You're going to berate me all week.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just so I'm prepared for it.
Who the hell? Who hasn't seen Animal House? My kids have seen Animal House. You know why? I'm a good parent. They've also seen Turner and Hooch.
Because you're not a good parent.
Because that movie's just goofy. You have a dog that drools. It's funny.
Have they seen Blazing Saddles?
Actually, not sure.
Mine have.
I am pretty sure one of mine has.
Oh, yeah. Well, the one asks, hey.
Neither of mine are, shall we say, politically correct enough not to watch Blazing Saddles.
Exactly. I remember this because Ian was in, middle school. He says, do we have Blazing Saddles? I said, we do. I said, you want me to watch it with you? Sure, why not? And I said, okay, here's the rule. You can't repeat any of this at school.
Or anywhere outside of the house.
Right.
Anyway.
And that's where we went.
Yep. So anyway, if you've seen Animal House and enjoyed it, like 99.9% of all of the population of the planet Earth, then you would like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News.
What about those of us who've seen Blazing Saddles more than once?
You're probably going to jail soon. I mean, the way it's going.
Yeah, the way things are headed, yeah.
So I would say I'll visit you, but I'll probably be in the cell next to you. So where was I?
Oh, I want us to be roommates.
Sure. Like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News, please, please.
You can see them ushering Tony into the cell, and I said, look, here's our lovely commode.
Hard to miss in the middle of the room, and it's that bright stainless steel. Where was I? Please like, subscribe, and follow us, because if we can ever get this thing to make money, I can stash some cash and not have to be Scott's roommate. Woohoo! Exactly. If you have a question, comment, conundrum, or snark, you can leave it right there where you saw us. Or in a time when you have a longer comment. I can't do it. I can't get close to LaVogue.
But that's a pretty good voice. That's a pretty good one.
In a time. No, I'm stuck there. I'm in a loop. In a world where Scott could be my roommate. Eek. Okay, so if you've watched any of this at all and you want to leave a question, a comment, conundrum, or snark, you can do it where you found us. Or you can, if it's longer, like if you have really thought out this missive,
yep.
Or if, say, it's a story
that
you want to share with us, we have email that works sometimes.
It always works.
As long as you're not Ronnie Tucker, it should be fine.
Yeah, I think.
Of course, Scott's blocked him, so.
I have not blocked him.
Of course not. Oh, yeah, GITR, netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
I love the way that snuck up on you.
Yep, it's like, wow, that's the only thing left. Huh.
Well, this one is pretty close to being...
I have an important question first.
Okay, go ahead.
Before you start.
Yeah, please.
How do you pronounce an X, just an X, or an XU in Chinese?
Shu.
Thank you.
This is pretty close to...
How do you pronounce shoe in Chinese?
Skrblavnumrat. Wait, no, that's Russian.
No, I never.
I just...
in my head, it was going, don't ask. And yet, what did I asked?
So, this is timely. This story is timely.
Really? It's 11:22:3.
David Jones set out from South Carolina to Tennessee.
That can't be. Davy Jones is dead.
Daughters wet different David Jones.
Actually, both
Davy Joneses are dead.
The locker guy and the monkey guy.
The locker? No, I was thinking about Bowie. His last name's Jones. That's why he went with Bowie, because Davy Jones was already extant.
Taken.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he went with David so that, they wouldn't mistake David Bowie for Davy Jones.
Right.
Sure.
David Jones set out from South Carolina to Tennessee for his daughter's wedding. not fully realizing the devastation Hurricane Helene had wrought.
Helene's a bitch, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
It messed up. You know the really cool drive into Augusta National?
No, I don't.
With all those gorgeous trees?
Never seen it.
You're an idiot. Well, you've never seen Animal House, so you're not exactly a bell of the tower weather cow of things.
A bell cow?
I don't know.
Nice. A cowbell.
We need more bell cow. But apparently the driveway has taken massive damage and is taking extensive cleanup.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. After multiple,
Anyway, where were we now?
After
Hurricane Helene.
Yes, after multiple diversions on Interstate 26 due to the powerful storm.
Did not mean to interrupt you and talk about Augusta National.
State troopers stopped him around 2 a.m.
There's a state trooper at Augusta National?
No, it's on the
What was he doing there at 2 a.m.?
Probably. Well, in this case, he was stopping this guy from driving. He said the roads are impassable.
You can't really drive because the main thoroughfare in had all the trees across it.
Yeah. With the wedding scheduled for just 9 hours later, Jones, a former marathon runner, set out on foot to walk the final 30 miles or so.
To walk.
Ultimately, he did make it in time to walk his daughter down the aisle, and then at the reception told her the story. As a memento, Jones gave the newlywed couple the red reflective stake he carried with him after nearly getting hit by a car along the way. Well, here, I brought this for you. Oh, great. It's a stick. Thanks, Dad. No, this is why. I almost got hit by a car. So
nope, it's still a thanks, Dad.
At another point, a backhoe operator working to clear a road didn't see Jones and almost hit him, causing him to get stuck in the mud. I was up to my knees in mud and couldn't move, Jones says.
So he doesn't always called him a stick in the mud. They were...
Of course, his cab is facing the other way. Most of the time, he's swinging this thing around, and I'm ducking. Really, I'm thinking this could be it. There's a lot of prayer at this point. Eventually, he was picked up by a motorist and driven the rest of the way to his old house in Tennessee, where he was able to shower and change before the wedding. In all, he estimates he walked 17 miles of the 27-mile trek from the exit where he left his car. That's a good dad.
You know what? If that happened to me.
Yeah. Said, screw it. You're done.
Well, I would have walked.
Yeah.
But the wedding would have been 3 days later.
So, right. And it would have been a combined wedding funeral. They call them funerals.
Kind of.
Urinals.
They call them funings.
Funings. That's right.
We put the fune back in funeral. Shu Ming Ling is 36, PhD candidate at University of South Florida. Chemistry department, no less. He's been charged with multiple counts of battery, aggravated stalking, and possession of a controlled substance.
Wow.
After he apparently targeted his neighbors, according to the New York Times. Umar Abdullah, who lived above Lee in a Tampa Bay condo, first started smelling a chemical odor in May. He believed it caused his family to experience breathing difficulty and burning eyes. Which could also be from watching the Buccaneers, but who knows? For nearly a year, Lee
or
had
the Jets.
Not if you're in Tampa.
That's true.
In Tampa, if the Jets choke you do what everyone else does. Joe name with my eye. For nearly a year, Lee had complained about footsteps. He complained about doors closing, Abdullah said, and the chemical odor came back in June. So Mr. Abdullah installed a hidden camera pointed at his front door, which captured the 36-year-old PhD candidate.
Not really.
Injecting something at the entrance. It was a combination of methadone and hydrocodone.
That ought to relax you.
Why does he
have his hands on hydrocodone?
And why is he injecting it in front of their door? And what's he injecting it into?
Well, he's probably injecting it into their apartment.
You can do that? I thought it actually had to come in contact with you to.
Well, I don't know what happens when you inhale it.
I don't know. And he is, a chemistry department PhD candidate. So
he might know something.
And hydrocodone seems
How did he
little
get his hands on those? Those are controlled substances.
PhD candidate, chemistry department.
Yeah.
If he couldn't, he knows a guy.
Yeah, well, that's probably true.
He was released on bond. I tried to look because he was supposed to be in court in December, and I didn't
Just don't want to know.
It was just too weird. I don't, if you don't like your neighbors, move them.
Yeah, there you go. Or in our case, they moved, which was nice.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
So, this from Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool.
Vladdy.
A group of...
Vladdy. Is it Vladdy or Vladdy?
Vladdy.
Like ma'am or mum.
Blood. Depends on what you do at the back of your tongue.
I generally use it to swallow food.
Well, that's a good move.
Okay.
Nice. A group of Scouse Nans, for those of you who don't know, that would mean Liverpudlian grandmas, have picked up an unusual hobby as they try to keep active and increase fitness levels.
Does it have anything to do with methadone or oxycodone?
No. Friends Ann Hives and Vera Bradley are residents at Wavertree's Oak Springs Care Home. Here, the two have been trying out a new boxing program.
As in Boxing Day?
No. As in boxing. Improving their jabs.
Pugilistic art.
That's them. Geriatric pugilists. Pensioners say it's more than just a fitness class. It's a community builder, a confidence booster, and a source of joy. I've really had it with you, Mildred.
Nothing would make me happier than to knock out your false teeth.
And the grandmom of one had never tried the sport until now, and she's very much enjoyed getting involved.
And now she is the world 90-year champion.
The 85-year-old who grew up on Scotland Road told The Echo,
wants to be the world's 90-year-old champion.
Boxing has given me back a sense of control over my body. I want to keep going and try to get back to being able to do things I used to be able to do. Like what? Beating up the neighborhood thugs? I mean,
maybe she was a bully as a kid. Who knows?
I'll give you such a hit.
Such a hit you'll get.
Pad work, a training method where participants punch pads held by trainers, has become the residents' favorite activity. We started with seating exercises to warm everyone up. The residents love counting down the exercise time. Then comes the fun part. Putting on the boxing gloves and getting into pad work. It's incredible how quickly they've taken to it. A member of the This Is True Really News investigative team thought they overheard one lovely grandma of 20 ask when she'd be able to punch one of these old crones in the head.
Seems like a fair question. Great. Now I have to add one more fear to the list.
Some 90-year-old taking a swipe at you.
Grandmas in boxing gloves.
Well, they'd have to be from Liverpool, so...
Although my wife does do a kickboxing things on Thursday, so...
Oh.
I like it because that way something else gets punched and kicked.
Instead of you this time.
A 20-year-old unnamed Swiss man, and you'll figure out why here in a minute, was taken to the hospital last summer after trying not once, but twice to put his face on a water nozzle at Geneva, Switzerland's Jetzo. It's an attraction that projects 110 gallons of water per second, reaching a height of 459 feet if you don't put your face in front of it. His first attempt resulted in him being thrown backward. I believe no duh would be the proper response.
Does he have eyeballs?
Hang on. On his second try, because, well, we are a stupid species.
He's determined.
He improved on being thrown backward by being thrown up into the air, landing on a nearby cement walkway. It's not so much the getting thrown in the air and ending up on the walkway. It's that impact that right there.
Yep, that's what really gets you.
He then dived into Lake Geneva.
Wisconsin?
No, I believe it's in Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
The original.
All right.
Where officers found him and sought medical care for him.
He had a head left? I don't.
Why would you not once but twice?
Yeah. How old was this guy?
20. He should know better.
Well, he's really screwing with our
But he's
math
proving
here.
my theory.
Yeah, that we're a stupid species.
Young
sure.
men all have this great overwhelming urge to do something stupid enough that should kill them.
And it did.
He's now accomplished this. But why then? Okay. I have been tossed about and beaten around badly by a jet of water that apparently would make a fire hose cringe.
Or say, wow.
And so I
aspire
come
to that.
I stand up after being thrown to a cement walkway and hop into Lake Geneva.
The healing waters of Lake Geneva. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of people get a lot of, they bring people who need healing to Lake Geneva and toss them in.
No, they don't.
They're surprised at the number who don't come back out.
The company that operates the fountain intends to file a complaint against him for trespassing.
Good
because
idea.
There is no legal recourse for stupid.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.